Welcome back to We Are Austin, friends. I'm Chelsea Kahn. Did you know that over 80% of teenagers struggle with the confidence and motivation, and as a result, many don't have close friends and lack the drive to achieve their goals? The teen years can certainly be difficult, and Dr. R.J. Jackson has coached over 10,000 teenagers to help them learn how to tackle some of their toughest challenges. And this morning, we welcome Dr. R.J. to We Are Austin. Good morning to you.
Great to be here.
Thank you so much. First of all, for all of the amazing work that you are doing for our teens, and of course, for joining us this morning on We Are Austin. You say that teenagers face a variety of different problems, right? Can you break down some of the biggest problems and really challenges that these teenagers are facing?
The two biggest challenges that teenagers face are confidence and motivation. When you think of confidence, you think of things like a shy child or a child who resists to do new things. Or when you think of motivation, you think of one that procrastinates or one where the parents have to really force them.
Yes.
Now, unfortunately, parents have labeled these as typical teenage behavior, so they accept it.
Right.
And they believe the answer is willpower, that you just power through it, the child will be successful. But what I want parents to know is that willpower doesn't work.
Okay, so why doesn't willpower work?
So willpower doesn't work because it's unnatural. All humans are wired the same way. We avoid pain, we pursue pleasure. So you have a child who hates school, that means in their mind, they're perceiving school and the activities as painful. So they naturally avoid it.
Okay.
Now, to make matters worse, with willpower, you're forcing the child to pursue something that's painful, and it creates even more pain. And now the child who hates school really hates school.
Yeah.
And willpower will never work.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so if willpower doesn't work, then how do you flip the switch, I guess, on helping to motivate these unmotivated teens?
Yeah, the way to flip the switch is through a process called conditioning.
Okay.
So we take those two categories, pain and pleasure, and we look at what's actually in each category. So you have a child that wants to make friends, and the parents are noticing that they're not doing anything to make friends. Well, it's because the activities such as trying new things, meeting new people, it's in their pain category, so they avoid it. And this is why teenagers need life coaches, because as a coach, I'm able to take those activities and move them to the pleasure category, then they'll naturally do it, because that's how humans are wired. So the way to flip the switch is through conditioning.
Conditioning. Okay, so I love everything that you're saying this morning. You're really breaking it down for us. And for those parents that are watching right now, what can they expect for their teen when they actually start working with you as a life coach?
Yeah, I love working with teenagers. And when parents and teenagers complete my program, we've maintained a 98% success rate.
Wow.
Now, it's taken me years to come up with a winning formula. But what I discovered is that the one-on-one model actually is not effective in teenagers.
Okay.
So you have a teenager who struggles, they feel isolated. So then we isolate them even more in a one-on-one setting, and then they leave feeling broken. So what I found is that group coaching is far more effective.
Okay.
And teenagers, they just want to be around their friends. In fact, whenever they're struggling with something, they actually want to be in like a team-like environment. And that's what I love about life coaching. One thing is that it's like sports coaching. The teenagers don't have to like us, but they respect the ones that win. So I've spent years creating a winning record, because if I have their respect, helping them to win is actually easy.
Yeah.
I've had the opportunity of coaching over 10,000 teenagers. Some are in the NBA. Some have built businesses in high school, making $5,000 a month.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, and so whether their goals are big or small, teenagers need life coaches.
Yeah, and I love the way that you've broken this down for us, because it all makes sense, the way that your model works and the way that you're not isolating them. You're actually bringing them together, so if they are feeling pain while trying to hang out with people, you're pushing it already into the pleasure category of making it an enjoyable experience of being together in a group.
Yeah.
I love how that right there off the bat, you're already teaching them something, and then I can only imagine how much more they're going to learn through all of your classes and your courses. Now, you mentioned real quick, I want to say that you're working with both parents and the children. Where do the parents kind of fall into all of this?
Yeah, so the parents is actually a big part of it. So if it's a three-step process to get a child to actually change. So if you have an unmotivated child or a child that's disrespectful, it takes 3 steps. So one of those is education. They have to learn about how their mind works and how their emotions work.
Yeah.
Also, they need coaching, but the biggest part is leverage, and that's where the parents come in. They have to use their leverage to encourage the children to participate in things that's going to grow them.
Right, right. And that's a very great parenting learning factor too, that leverage. So unfortunately, we're out of time. I could keep talking to you about this all day. I have nieces and nephews that are now in their teenage years, and I'm like, what do I do? All right, call Dr. RJ here. Where can we go to learn more information and to get in touch with you?
Yeah, I love working with parents and helping their teenagers maximize their full potential. So parents can connect with me at drrjjackson.com.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Great to be here.
Austin, and sharing all of this insight with us. We appreciate it. Friends at home, we'll be right back.